Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bold and the Beautiful early spoilers December 8th to 12th. Eric's explosive fury and Taylor left speechless. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for December 8th to 12th, 2025 suggest Eric Forrester. John McCook is enraged and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, being wowed by something. As we always do on Early Edition Day, we start with what's coming the rest of this week, and then we'll talk about what is coming next week. With that in mind, Wednesday, December 3rd, we've got Bill Spencer, Don Diamont, ranting at Ridge Forrester, Torsten Kay, for how dismissive he and Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, were to Katie Logan, Heather Tom. Interestingly, I saw a bunch of comments on Soap social media with people saying that Katie was being extra and kind of dramatic, being so butthurt about this external PR firm, when realistically she probably shouldn't be handling PR on a matter that's closely involved with her son. Katie feels like Ridge and Brooke are not listening to her or supporting her. And then this external PR firm comes in, and Brooke and Ridge are basically making Katie feel irrelevant. So Bill may tell Ridge that he's just going to take Katie. I wonder if Brooke and Ridge will actually encourage Katie to go to Spencer Publications, because Ridge was actually talking about Bill being good to Katie right now. So if they tell her, if you want to think about it, I think Katie might get even saltier with them and she might actually go. Later, Donna Logan, Jennifer Garais, surprises Brooke. She gives her an update about Eric, and it looks like her honey bear is having some health problems. Of course, Brooke would likely run this news to Ridge if he hasn't already heard it straight from Eric himself. Hopefully his cancer isn't back, but there are a lot of other things it could be. Honey Bear is not exactly a spring chicken. Thursday, December 4th, we've got Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, enjoying some family time with his kids, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn. Of course, Deke and Hope are super happy to be working together, and she's happy that they will both be at her wedding, which is coming in December, by the way. But at the same time, they're very concerned about Deacon, and they really want him to give Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, the boot. To them, it looks like they completely put their marriage back together. But little do they know, Deacon is of the same mind about giving Sheila the boot and plugging somebody else into his life. However, I don't think he's going to tell his kids he's crushing on Taylor. Deacon might give them some glimmer of possibility if he starts talking up Taylor and about how much he really likes their therapy sessions, how much she's helping him, and how much admiration he has. If he gets really effusive with all those compliments about Taylor, Deke and Hope might start to think, hey, there might be something there. Also on Thursday, Ridge is telling Eric, you know what, Dad? Go right off into the sunset. Enjoy yourself, with the implication of enjoying the time you have left. Ridge is telling Eric that that's what he'd do if he was in the same position. But Eric is going to snap at Ridge impatiently. I am very worried we're about to get another depressing Eric dying near-death Christmas storyline ahead. That is not a present I want to unwrap. Not at all. Hopefully, that's not what Brad Bell is delivering, but I don't trust him. Things are also going to get really heated with Eric and Ridge. As they continue this conversation, Eric may want to keep pursuing his passion, which is fashion, up until his very dying breath. Hopefully he's not dying and it's just some kind of little setback. But I'm guessing that Donna doesn't want Eric to risk his health by continuing to work. All of the Forresters and Logans may unite to pressure Eric to step back. I'm guessing he won't like that. Also, Deacon goes to visit Taylor and their chemistry keeps growing. It's getting off the charts. Of course, Sheila thinks she and Deacon are solid. But the man wants Taylor, and Deacon is going to try super hard to make it happen. I am cheering for his efforts. Friday, December 5th on Bold and the Beautiful, we've got Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, opening up to Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, about this very deep connection that she and her granddad Eric share. So, it sounds like by now that Steffi also knows that Eric is having some kind of medical issue / health crisis, and Steffi is very worried about her granddad's health. We'll see if he's being seen up at the hospital. Finn's not going to violate HIPAA to tell her things, but we'll find out. Eric's also one to go to hospitals off-screen. We've seen that when he was going through the cancer crisis. Finally, they brought one doctor to the house, and then late stage we had Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, and Finn taking care of him and getting the miracle cure. So Finn should definitely be a consultant on this, since he saved Eric's life before. And maybe that's what Steffi is asking. Can you look into this? Can you save my granddad? As a matter of fact, everybody is concerned about Eric's health issues by the end of this week. So, I think Brooke is going to agree with Ridge that Eric needs to take a step back and focus on his health. Donna obviously wants to support Eric, but also wants him to take care of himself, and she wants to take care of him. Steffi is probably going to agree with her dad, Ridge. But if everybody is lining up with concern and compassion, Eric may still dig in his heels and think that they just want him out because he's the old guard. The following week, December 8th through the 12th, we've got Katie seriously considering working at Spencer Publications with Bill. I do wonder if Katie will try and take Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, with her if she goes, but I think he's going to want to stay right up under Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, at FC. Tension continues to grow between Eric and Ridge, and possibly between Eric and other members of the family. You know how he gets when he's sick. He gets defensive. He starts covering up. He doesn't want to be transparent, and he just wants to bury his head in the sand and carry on. We may be getting a whole replay of that Ridge versus Eric thing we had when they ended up in a fashion battle. Eric's health takes priority for the Forresters and the Logans, and is going to become the new front-burner topic that worries everybody heading into the holidays. But we also have happy news because there is a wedding to plan as well. Deacon and Hope continue discussing the state of Deacon and Sheila's marriage. I think that Hope and her brother may sense some fractures there, that they might be able to widen those gaps and get their dad away from Sheila. Once they get an inkling that Deacon is interested in Taylor, that's going to be all she wrote. They're going to be scheming, full stop. Speaking of him, Deacon is going to try and figure out how to win Taylor's heart. I'm confident Deacon can effectively woo her, unless Sheila figures it out and does something scary to stop it. Here's what I'm also hoping is that we do not have Katie and Eric both battling health crises at the same time. Everybody was so worried about Katie's heart and they kept bringing it up. And I hope that was just a passing mention and something they're not going to circle back around to. Wedding planning heats up. Hope and Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, will be married by the end of December.